Hey, you guys funny yet?
It's Drink with Larry. It's Drink with Larry. It's Drink with Larry. It's Drink with Larry. Not Drink with Barry or Drink with Gary. It's Drink with Larry. It's Drink with Larry. Results may vary, so please be wary. It's Drink with Larry.
Ready? You're not doing your clap tonight?
Hello, everybody.
No. What episode is this?
58,
This is 58, I think.
59.
Maybe it is 59.
It's 59.
Yeah, it is
think it's-
59.
Shut up, Larry.
Okay. Well, welcome to episode 59. All right. Get started here real quick.
Get some housekeeping.
Got some housekeeping real quick. But first off, we've got Aaron tonight. Hello, Aaron. Okay. Brian?
Hi, y'all.
He's eating.
Hello on the YouTubes.
Yeah, on the YouTubes. And then Burton.
Hello, everyone.
And then we have a special guest tonight. We've got Greg, and I always mispronounce your name.
Smrdel.
Smrdel.
Yeah.
All right, Greg Smrdel, and he is an author and comedian. So he's more successful than all of us
Combined.
combined, all in one room.
Yes.
And
Larry
self-employed.
has a degree in printing.
Does yeah, great. I know how these books were made. There you go. That's about it. I don't know how to put the shit in.
Blood, sweat, and tears. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly. Let me turn you up real quick, Greg. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right. Real quick housekeeping. Let's see. Did that. I have a list now.
Perfect.
Make sure you subscribe to us on all your favorite. If you're a new listener, make sure you subscribe to us on all your new, on all whatever you listen to podcasts on, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, blah blah.
Reader's Digest.
Reader's Digest. That's a big one. We have a big announcement, kind of a big announcement, but we left the Above Below Entertainment Network. So rest in peace to Above Below. They're still together, but we're not on them. So
R.I.P.
sorry,
That
Greg.
sounds dirty.
Yeah.
They gave us our big break.
Yeah, they gave us our big break. So we've actually entered into a new network called. Actually, Burton came up with the name, so I'll let him announce
Did
it.
it? Which one did we go?
The-
Across the board.
Across the
Entertainment
board, entertainment.
Network.
Exactly.
Across the board.
Yeah, get it?
I like that.
No.
Okay.
I like the soundboard.
Yes.
Is that,
Oh,
is
a
that it? Is
soundboard.
there another pun that I missed or something?
No, it's
No, I think that's it.
pretty sure
Is
that's
that like a?
Soundboard.
I don't know. What
Samsonite.
you guys was like? Oh, you didn't listen to the Across the Board album in 1982? Was such and such?
No, it's pretty straightforward here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you do to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't listen to Cooley?
First, yeah.
You didn't hear that one song back in 1983 by this rapper you never heard of?
I know, man. Y'all.
He's back in a
I
beef with
hate-
LL
I
Cool
hate
J?
talking about rappers. Y'all. I hate
Hey,
it.
hold on a second.
Thank
What's
you.
up?
All right, what's the name of this podcast?
Drinks with Larry.
Right? Water, Diet Coke.
Yeah.
No, that's
Drinks.
water.
This
Water.
is bullshit. I got
This
nothing.
is just
I
kind
know.
of here.
Greg, do you want something to drink, Greg?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. You got a
This
long
is just
drive.
kind of here. I actually think this was Burton's from last week.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's been here for like 2 weeks. It's not mine. I can tell
We
you that
we
much.
found a long time ago that when you got drinks with Larry in the show would not go well. So it's
Yeah.
better to
Yeah.
keep it straight and narrow for a while.
No, keep
Yeah,
it
we-
drinks
there were-
and Larry.
Yeah.
There were quite a few yelling episodes that we...
A few lost episodes too.
Yes, also some lost episodes. Also some episodes that we recorded and we're getting ready to drop. And then Larry went, you know what? Nah, that's not a good idea.
I don't think that was a good episode. Yeah. So thanks for pointing out, Greg, that we're losers.
It's appreciated.
Appreciate it.
You're not the first guest that has done so.
No. So
It
we're
only
on.
took
It's
59
not.
episodes to figure this out?
Yes. No. Ken Shamrock told us we were losers too.
All right.
Who was that said you guys funny yet? Was that Ken Shamrock?
No, that was a friend of ours on the voicemail.
Oh.
Yes.
On the voicemail.
Speaking of voicemails, we might get into one or two of those today.
Yeah,
too.
I've got a couple of voicemails I want to play too.
Can we please?
Because we got we. Oh, let me get through this. This is what happens. This is why I make a list. Nobody follows the list.
Gotcha.
Follow
We have
the
to
dots.
distribute
It is distributed
it. Oh.
evenly.
Oh, he has
We know.
bullet points.
Yeah.
Some are filled in. Some are outlined.
All right. Well, let me thank our the network across the board. Right.
Across the Board Entertainment Network.
Yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you.
It's going to be in partnership with Randall and Brooke from Married AF podcast. So that's our new announcement.
Nice.
So we're getting started on that.
Oh, yeah.
So we've gone cross state lines now. All right. Let's thank our sponsor real quick, and then we'll get to the show.
Absolutely.
What are you eating, Aaron?
Food.
What kind of food? Garbage food.
Yep.
Yeah. He doesn't want
What?
to pretend he's not eating health food.
Yeah, he's not.
I am not eating healthy food.
Where'd you
You're-
get that food from?
I got it from McDonald's.
Damn.
McDonald's.
You know what happens every time I go to McDonald's?
You
Yes,
need
I
to
do.
take a
You
crap.
shit your pants.
Yep. You know how I clean up?
I know.
With the
BIO-Bidet.
That actually exists.
It does.
I
Oh
wondered-
yeah.
I wouldn't make it up.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, no, it's real.
Yeah, it's a butthole flosser.
Yeah, butthole flosser. I was watching videos on people
Why
how
is it
not
still
to
in
use.
the box?
I don't know how to hook it up.
Larry looked at it. Larry's not the handiest person. As a matter of fact, part of the reason I came over early today was not just to show Larry the new game I got, but was to take a look at possibly helping him install it.
I thought you were going to show me how to use it.
I have to see some of those videos. Please put that in our
Yeah,
chat.
I watched some of the videos and pictures on Pinterest today about how not to use a bidet, and toothbrush
How
is one of
not
them.
to use-
Yeah, toothbrush is one of them.
Well, didn't you see that scene in Basketball where the guy was using it as a drinking fountain?
Yeah, I saw that. Or if you have the bidet that sits next to the toilet, you don't use it as a drink cooler and all that stuff. But, anyways, go to drinkswithlarry.com/sponsors and check out BIO-Bidet.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to clean your butt.
Wash your cares away.
Seriously,
So each guest on the show gets one of those, right?
no. Even the
No.
host doesn't even get
Yeah.
to use it.
So let's recap. No drink,
Nope.
no BIO-Bidet.
Greg, if
What
you
else
keep
am I
if you
allowed?
keep pulling these curtains back, you're not coming back. It's like the Wizard of Oz of podcasting. Come on, God. Thanks. He's a phony. Guy's a phony. All right, and then the last thing we have to get to,
No
we have
wonder you're friends with Tim.
we have Patreons, and Patreons pay us money every month to support the show. They buy these wonderful lights that you can see on YouTube. They buy us some of our equipment. They keep us rolling. So we have our honky bucket, which is up here. It's an actual bucket, and we put the names of the Patreons in. And this week we have a Patreon. Brian pulled the name.
Yep, I pulled the name Scott.
Who's one of our other sponsors. I don't know if they're still making them or not, but Brewbag.
Yes, Brewbag. So my joke about Scott is, what were you? Hold on, I was trying to think. I just literally came up with it like 5 seconds ago. If you drill more holes in a cornhole bag, you have Brewbag.
Oh, that's mean to Scott. That's only mean to Scott. All right, well, that's what he gets for paying us.
I'll be honest. I picked Scott's name and I was like, no, I want a different name. And Bert was like, no, you can't. And speaking of which, I think we should pull it on air now.
Okay.
The name for next week.
Is
So,
it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay, so once the bucket has spoken, the bucket has spoken.
Yes. Though I think
Well,
I
I
put
mean, if
Scott's
you-
name back in
If
there.
If you
So if
want
you-
someone specifically, take them. No. But if you pick a random one, you can't be like, nah, I don't want it. Throw it back.
Oh, great.
Who you got?
It's not flim flam.
No, this will go over well. I got my sister-in-law. So
Yay!
this will be fun. Julia, I'm coming free next week. Sorry.
I already have one written for her if I ever pull her name, so maybe I'll let you borrow it.
I
No.
think I can.
What
come
if
up
you
with
pull
one.
it next time?
Yeah. All right, so
I'd save that.
that's the quick intro because I want to get to Greg because Greg drove all the way down here to visit with us. So thanks for coming, Greg.
He drove 9 hours.
He drove an hour.
I drove an hour, and let me just say this.
Oh God.
All right, I live in Aurora,
It's getting
right?
ready to jank.
So before I
Land of
came out
Geauga
here,
Lake.
I plugged Medina into my GPS.
Nice.
Lady comes back and she goes, "Really? No one's ever asked to go there before." What? I found Medina.
Thank
That's
you for
how she said it.
Yeah, the Medina.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go down Clegg Road, it calls it Clogay.
Yeah.
It's Irish.
Well, I live off of Ravenel Road. So.
Oh, Ravenna Road. Nice. Nice. Well, Greg, we wanted you to come on. I met you about probably over a year ago.
Been a while.
It's been a while since I've seen you. But Greg goes to an open mic in Mentor, the longest run open mic, not run by you, but run by
Well,
Jerry.
actually, Jerry and I co-produced the show.
Oh, sorry, I
yeah.
didn't mean to take your thunder.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah,
And Toast,
Toad's Place.
Eastside Comedy
Oh,
Zone.
like TOTH.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been out there.
Yep,
Nice.
every Wednesday, right?
No, second and fourth Wednesday of the month.
Second and fourth Wednesday.
Way to ruin everything.
I
Larry.
know. I don't have any
Jesus.
notes in front of me. I know the Halloween show's coming up. That always seems to be the fun one.
Yeah, that's next Wednesday.
Nice.
Steve Sable is actually the.
I saw that. He's headliner, yeah. Didn't he win it the one year?
I don't know the
Best
answer to
contest?
that. I don't know the answer. to
Aren't you a trivia guy?
that. I am. I got my Halloween costume picked out for it,
Oh, yeah?
and I'm going to win the contest too because I'm telling you now, no one is going to have a more realistic costume than I am. Honestly.
You're gonna share that with us?
Can
I
you
can
share
tell you.
us? Tell us.
Right.
Sure. I'm gonna go as a middle-aged white guy who life has beaten down.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no. Aaron's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Thanks
so
for
high up.
wasting our time.
Yeah.
On that.
It's
Would you like a gang of middle-aged white guys to go with you that have been beaten down?
Me and Jerry. That's
Well, we've got 3 more here, sir. Life is beating us down. I mean, this is the pinnacle, right, of your career. You're in a basement.
I'm in a basement in
Yeah.
Medina.
Yep, surrounded by Star Wars toys and
Yeah. Hey.
figurines.
This is my nightmare. So welcome.
Why am I chained, by the way, to the radio here?
We'll talk about that later.
That's a trivia question. So, Greg, I've gotten to know you over the past couple of years, and
Yeah.
I know that you've been writing these wonderful books. And actually, I harassed you once in a while on Twitter or on Facebook when I was in the Outer Banks, and I didn't know where to go for dinner. So,
Right.
Greg was a wonderful resource.
Nice.
And he's been a great guy to just run questions by and bounce stuff off. So, wanted to bring him on and have him talk about his books he's writing. Brian is a trivia guy too, so I figured maybe you guys could fight or whatever trivia people do when you get together.
Put your dukes up.
Yeah, with your words.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you host trivia or are you do you play trivia?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I post 2 nights a week, roughly.
Nice.
I just kind of fell backwards into that. The owner of my company, we brought up on the show, had a GoFundMe set up for him. He developed cancer, so he was out of it for a while. I had to take a step away from the business. They were looking for hosts to fill in, and I played 2-3 times a week for Cleveland Awesome Trivia. And finally, the one guy who he had take over for him was like, "Hey, you play all the time. You available to host?" And I was like, "Okay." So I just kind of fell into it, and now I have 2 regular games a week, and it's a lot of fun to host.
There you go. He explained that to you. Nice. So
I thought y'all was about to have a trivia host battle. Like
I don't know
you
how
ain't
they
about that trivia
Yeah,
life.
I'm ready.
I don't know how they fight. Do they give each other multiple
You ain't
questions?
about
or-
those questions.
I think Greg, judging from his
I mean,
book here,
he
Wrong
he
answer,
writes the
bitch.
books, and someone else sends me a game. So I'm gonna guess he's gonna beat me.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know. I don't know about that.
So
I was actually going to bring in one of my games.
Well, see, to remember all of your names, I had to push stuff out. So
I'm sorry.
you
Yeah.
don't know what's gone at this point. So.
You might beat him.
Why would
My
you wanna
way home
remember our
might be
names?
gone at this point.
Well, he's got to talk to us for 5 minutes. That's why.
Just be
All
like,
right.
hey,
So Greg,
you.
So
you
does
did-
Aaron eat during the whole show?
Yes.
Is that how that
Every
works?
show.
Yes, yeah, and
I
you'll
found
notice
out-
he has Kit Kats in front of him too.
see
So
that.
he's
I
just
found
waiting
out
for
that
those.
Consummate
Cashews.
professional.
Cashews are quieter, so
he takes it seriously.
Nice.
It's nice to have him on here. It's very nice to have him on here.
thank you.
He's never mind. We're on a new network. I got to be good.
Do you?
Well, no, that's why Aaron's
Yeah,
here.
it's our network now.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
getting a
whatever you want.
racist xylophone every time you say something racist.
Oh, racist xylophone.
I'm like, boom, boom, boom.
All right.
Oh, well, what? A xylophone's about the size of this table. You
I
mean
can
a
get the-
glockenspiel?
Well, if you wanted to be racist, get a conga drum.
I don't think Aaron's allowed to play with glockenspiels.
I actually got one at home.
We'll get you some conga drums. Oh my
Go
god.
get the toy one.
Yeah, exactly. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So, Greg, you're a comedian.
Okay.
Now you are, right?
Yeah.
And when did you get started in comedy?
About it was 10 years ago in June, I think it was.
10 years ago in June?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What got you into comedy? Just
Well, I did radio for 15 years.
You do have a
and-
very good radio voice.
Oh, thank you. And mostly I did morning shows, and we mixed in a lot of comedy
Okay.
in those morning shows. And I saw the class that Dave Schwensen teaches at the improv.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, what the hell? I'll take it and see where it goes. And was in the first class and got hooked and hadn't looked back.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's usually what does it.
Yeah.
It's that rush.
Yeah.
Larry should take a class.
I'm working on it. Thanks.
Boom, boom.
It's hurtful. Where's your book? Where's your trivia book? It's your trivia guy. All right. Okay. So, and then you started writing books, or what? Tell us the story here. The story of Greg.
All right. Well, I did, like I said, 15 years of radio, and I was married, had kids.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a real stable career, because
Yeah, marriage
People
doesn't
on-
pay well.
right, exactly. But radio is just not a stable thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I got out of that. I did some other stuff in the corporate world, ran hotels, that kind of thing, and then I started writing for a regional magazine, the My Outer Banks Home.
Yes, you did.
And so I did that for a couple of years, and I just took over as the editor for their parent company, Three Dog Ink Publishing. So now
nice.
I edit 4 magazines for Three Dog Ink. I write books. I still write for the magazine, do comedy, trivia host, and co-own a comedy club. So, lots of
Nice.
spare time.
Successful. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know
they-
about successful.
the Warren Comedy Club, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because Brett Thomas is going to be there in a couple. I think he said
November 3rd, I think.
November 3rd.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely go out there for that
That's his
show.
water, actually.
That might be Brett Thomas's water.
Oh,
Mystery
I'm taking
song.
this home.
Save
I'll
that.
need it for DNA comparisons.
Save that, please, because when he hits it big, we'll need to keep that.
This is your water, Brett.
Okay. All right. So in front of me, we've got 5 of your books.
Yeah. And the 6th one actually I just finished it today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So the
Congrats.
Kindle version is online already. The paperback will be ready to be shipped out starting tomorrow.
Okay. Very cool.
Did you live in
Nice.
the Outer Banks for a while?
I lived in the Outer Banks for a long time. I still have my brother's been in Kitty Hawk now for 34 years. My mother lives there, and the wife and I were moving back next year.
Oh,
so
nice. I
yeah.
love it down there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you got the first 2 we really got here is Trivia Night, Answers You Wished You Knew, volumes 1 and 2.
And volume 3 is what came out today.
Nice. I'll tell you what, I'm getting these on my Kindle because these will be good for.
You can have those.
Oh,
Can you tell
really?
me an answer I
Oh,
wish I
thank
knew?
you.
Can
Say
you-
again?
Can you tell me one of those answers that I wish I knew?
What?
You just want an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give him an
Otis.
answer. Yeah.
What?
There you go. Yeah.
That
He
was
gave
one of
you
the answers.
he gave
Just
you
say
one answer.
focus.
Well, no, Otis.
Oh. So I said focus.
And there's another trivia book there, too.
Yeah, this is the one. Did you write this one first? Or this is the one you just wrote this one, didn't you?
Well,
or it just got
Hurricane
published?
Izzy I wrote first. The
Okay.
Andy Griffith Show Complete Trivia Guy I wrote second.
Okay.
And the volume 2 to the Andy Griffith Show trivia book will be out beginning of November.
Okay, but you wrote these like back to back.
I did.
Very quickly too, if
Yeah.
I recall.
Well, the Hurricane Izzy book, that was something that I kind of just played around with for years, and then I finally got serious with it and
Okay.
Let me see
finished
the
it
trivia
off.
book.
What's the general story of the Hurricane Izzy book?
Well, the story, it's based on actual hurricanes. When I was living on the Outer Banks, I worked the morning radio show down there at a radio station called Beach 95. We had a few hurricanes come through, the Outer Banks when I was living there. So I took 2 hurricanes, combined them into one, called it Hurricane Izzy, and
Oh, okay.
that's the
Oh,
story.
nice.
Yeah,
Is it a love story?
it kind of is.
Nice.
2 hurricanes
kinda is.
becoming one.
Yeah. No, but it's about a landscaper in Kitty Hawk.
Okay.
Owns a landscape company. His name is Todd Richards. My brother, who lives in Kitty Hawk, owns a landscape company, and his name is Todd Richard Smrdel. So I don't have a big imagination,
Nice.
But you're creative.
but I'm creative.
That's all it takes.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's all
so
it
that's
takes.
what it's about. It's about a guy and a girl that lives on Roanoke Island, and the dog that goes missing right before the hurricane hits.
Oh boy.
Tragedy.
Yo, these books are great for like if you're gonna go on Jeopardy or some other like this.
Hence
this,
the trivia.
Check this out. I love this question. Fashion icons. What does the Statue of Liberty wear on her feet?
Sandals.
Thongs.
Metal.
Sandals.
Sandals.
Sandals. Well,
Yeah.
I thought they was gonna say chains.
Does she have chains on her
She has
feet?
chains on her feet.
I thought they were around her feet.
You can't see them. You only can see them from the top.
Well, then
I don't know. I thought that was gonna be like sandals. And,
The answer's on the next page,
oh, I thought it was over here.
or the page after.
Is it chains?
Oh, sandals.
Well, yeah.
Thought it'd be chains. Well, anyway, it's
Lady Liberty's always fashion forward.
She is fashion
Yes,
forward.
she's always fashion forward, wearing the drapes of a
Yeah,
woman
for
that's
sure.
ahead of her time.
But
Give
check
us
out
another
these
one,
trivia
Aaron.
books.
Yeah, give us another one. Come on.
Awesome. Does your that doesn't sound right.
He's reading the answers.
True or false?
Yes.
It says Crocodile Rock. True or false? A
Crocodile Rock is the category.
Is that a
The bold-face type is the category.
Did you just question the guy who wrote the book?
okay? Crocodile Rock.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure
He's
out.
like, no, Greg, you're wrong.
Is that a type of music or something? Did I miss out?
Yes. It's a
Well,
type
it's a
of
song.
rock and
It's
roll.
an Elton John
It's an
song.
Elton John song.
Oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Crocodile Rock. True or false? A crocodile can stick out its tongue.
False.
I'm gonna say false.
I think false as well. Wait, no, crocodile. Crocodile.
No.
I'm thinking. I don't think alligators.
They can
do
open their
that.
mouth. Yeah, they
Crocodiles
can.
No. I'm trying. Well, there's saltwater crocodile. There's a bunch of different kind of crocodiles.
Are you really brainstorming?
True or
over
false,
This?
Brian?
True or false?
This
It's
is
true
how
or
I-
false,
This is how I
dude.
work.
True or false?
I would go false.
That's false. I've never seen a crocodile stick their tongue out. They just stick little birds.
Well, I was thinking I had alligator stuck in my head.
They both
how-
smile.
That's how my brain works. Sorry.
Mhm.
I think if they had a tongue, they'd clean their teeth a little bit better. But
That's why they have those birds.
I know
Yes.
they just open their
Ask
mouth.
us another question.
Oh, okay, cool.
I noticed how Greg's not answering. Do you know all the answers?
I knew that one.
Oh,
I got sandals.
One hit
you
wonders.
did. You did.
One hit wonders of the 1980s.
Nice.
What
Kanye
song
West.
did
Was that wrong?
What song did VH1 rank as the top one hit wonder of the 1980s?
Oh hell, I don't even remember that one.
Video hit killed the radio star.
Number one hit of the one hit.
Number
wonder.
The
Number-
whole 80s.
Yeah.
One
I
hit
remember.
wonder.
All the one hit wonders I remember. They're
80s.
right. They're borderline between 80s and 90s. So
Okay, all right, here's the clue. It's one of white people's top songs of all time. And yes, I'm
You Light Up
generali-
My Life by Debbie Boone.
No, I'm definitely generalizing.
Happy birthday.
No, you guys.
Happy birthday.
There's at least 5 songs that you can play in a club, and white folks would lose their mind. And
In the
this is
80s.
one of them. Period. Of all-
Just
of all
from
time.
the 80s.
The song
huh?
came out in the 80s, but of
So
all
it can't
time,
be the 70s.
of all time, if you play a song, the bar goes crazy.
It's not a club. It's a bar at that point.
Yeah, it's a bar. They've been drinking.
Sweet Caroline.
That's a good one, but it's on that list. It's
Oh.
on that
Yes, but
list.
that's not a one hit wonder though.
No.
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 It's on that.
He had a
list.
couple more.
Yeah,
A few.
one maybe two.
He had 1 or 2, 3, 4 or 5 greatest hit CDs.
Shh.
Shh, sorry, spoiler.
Don't stop.
It's not. It's not Journey, is it?
It better not be.
That's the 90s, isn't it?
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Chelsea Dagger.
No, that's not.
Heart
it.
of Glass.
That gets the club banging.
Damn, I can't remember this one.
I don't know.
It's,
remember.
it's what I think Aaron would think.
Gets the club. No,
It's white
well, to
people.
him, it's
Oh wait,
probably
hold on.
like
I got it. I got it. Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
No.
Oh,
No, that's
That
not
wasn't
one that
the
would
80s.
get you.
I don't know.
It's
What
close.
was
But
it?
Sweet Caroline is definitely one that's on the list.
So
So
what-
Come On Eileen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know you play that shit.
Dexy's Midnight.
Did you hear all the white
Runners.
people? Oh,
Yeah,
of
yes.
course.
Come on, Eileen.
I've got that in my wallet.
Cultural trivia. What American art form was practiced by sailors and involves etching into ivory or bone?
That one I remember.
No, that's definitely not.
I
the
have no
answer.
idea. I'm pretty sure there's a special name
Th-
for it.
yeah,
because it's
yeah.
Ivory or bone, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've never
There
heard
is.
this word before in my life.
Elephantitis.
No.
No, I've had this question hosting.
I was
trivia,
going to say
but I
I've
don't
had
remember.
this. You've
This
had
is great.
elephantitis.
Yes, I've had elephantitis of my stomach. Which
You
is
know
why
when your
I'm
balls
fat.
get real big?
Yes.
When something gets real big.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Scrimshaw.
It's
Scrimshaw?
called scrimshaw.
That's right.
I always thought that was a bad word.
That sounds like a sexual.
My public high
position.
school education there, sir.
Um,
All right, one more.
music history.
Why don't you try the other book for one more?
Which book are you in now? Trivia Night Volume 2?
Now I'm in number
Yes.
2.
So while he's looking
I wish you
something
go
up.
to the Andy Griffith book because you guys will not know any of those.
Oh, fuck
won't
no.
either.
No. I did.
Correct, but I will be able to give that to my boss. He does entertainment trivia
Oh, nice.
one night a week in Parma. So
He didn't say you could have this book.
Yeah, you guys have all these.
Ooh.
Keep 'em all.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just gonna.
Just let me out of the basement when this is over.
Sold.
Payment complete. So what, are you a big Andy Griffith fan?
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Really?
Andy lived on the Outer Banks.
Oh, okay.
Up until the point he died.
Really?
So I got to work with him a couple of times. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I used to see Andy every once in a while in line behind you at Hardee's in the morning, too. It was
Nice.
great.
Hardy's had a great breakfast.
Yeah.
No, that's not
Apparently.
fair.
That's what he took away from that story.
Yeah,
Was that,
exactly.
that was more like the Matlock years, though, I'm guessing, right?
It was right before Matlock, actually. Yeah, right
Oh,
before.
so you got to see like right before he turned into every old person's favorite
Yeah,
lawyer.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Matlock.
And he's buried in his yard. He died at his house in Manio and is buried in his yard.
How do you set that up?
I don't know.
You ask permission.
He died at 8
bury
in the
yourself in
morning.
your-
He was in the
You
ground
should
by
tell your
noon.
lawyer.
He's very punctual.
That's the house he grew up in right there.
Oh wow, you are a big Andy Griffith fan.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever like fangirl when you saw him in line? Like you started screaming and
Oh
stuff?
my God, I had met him at that point already.
Oh,
so,
okay. So
yeah.
you guys were friends at that point.
Well, I don't know. Well, we weren't friends, but
This is my friend Andy.
yeah.
That's what we say every time we meet a celebrity.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I know Brett Thomas too.
I'm
Us
sorry.
and Ken Shamrock are like this.
Yeah, we're all BFFs. For real.
All right, holidays. This is the last one.
Kwanzaa.
See? Now Greg's picking up on the show.
What holiday
Dog whistles everywhere.
is on the first Sunday after the first full moon following March 20th?
The Ides of March.
Oh, I know this.
No. That's not a holiday.
First Sunday following the first full moon in March.
Following March 20th.
Flag Day. Is that not right?
Truly not a
International-
religious person in the room.
I was going to say Easter.
It is
It's
Easter.
Easter.
Is it Easter?
International Pancake Day.
That was my next guess. I think that falls on a Sunday.
Yeah.
so sorry,
Easter's
Greg.
a moon holiday.
I went to Catholic school my
I
whole
thought
life,
this was
and I
going to
didn't
go
know
so
that,
much
so.
better. My God.
So did I.
Yeah.
This is why I drove an hour. All right, so you have this other book here, Home
Yeah.
Sweet Outer Banks Home, with a
Yeah.
question mark.
With a question mark, right?
So here's the book for
Why a
everyone on
question
YouTube. So why the question mark, Greg? I thought it was Home Sweet Home to you.
Well, here I'll tell you about the story. It was a story that really took me a long time to write
Okay.
because it's basically a memoir, but it's not.
Okay.
So years ago, Jimmy Buffett, that's another guy that white people go
do you
crazy
know who that
over,
is?
by the way.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half
Stepped on a-
baked.
Yes.
There we
Okay.
go. No, that's Jerry Garcia.
No, that's
Yeah.
Jerry
Willie
Buffet.
Nelson.
Well, anyway, Jimmy Buffett wrote a book years ago called Tales from Margaritaville: Factual Fictions and Fictional Facts.
Okay.
That's kind of what this is. It's a story about when my wife died back in 1999,
Okay.
and I had 3 kids to raise, and I was contemplating whether or not to move back home to the Outer Banks. So that's why there's a question mark at the end. Did I move? I don't remember. I'm
You have to
sure
read
I
the
wrote
book.
it in the book, though.
So I'm sure it's in a book
So
somewhere.
if you want to buy it, I'm sure the answer's in there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I need
but
to
it's
know
but
when
not
we
everything
move
in
back.
there is real. It's a novel. I'm calling it a novel, but it's
Okay.
really based on my life and my kid's life and my mother.
Yeah, the whole 6-pack ab thing on the back here, I don't think that's real.
Wait.
I don't think
Is
that's...
Jimmy Buffett the one who had the plane that he flew to Jamaica and he got
Yes.
shot up?
Yes,
All right, cool. I didn't know. Who
Okay.
He is.
He stepped on a pop top, blew out a flip-flop.
I don't remember. that.
Jamaica Mistaka. That was the song he wrote about. When he,
Okay, yeah, that's I learned he made a song about him getting his plane shot up by Jamaicans.
Good.
Did you hear that story? before?
No, I've actually never heard that.
Oh, it's actually pretty-
Jamaican me crazy.
That's a Seagram's.
I knew that
Wine
would get Eric
cooler.
to laugh.
It usually does.
That's a good one.
So you're writing a second Andy Griffith book.
It's already done. It's
Okay.
already finished.
All right. And then you have another one coming out for something else that you just finished today.
Volume 3 of the
That's the third
trivia
trivia.
books.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
All
the
right.
Andy Griffith book and Volume 3 of the trivia book, they'll be out for the Christmas season.
Ooh.
Nice.
Amazing how that works.
Yeah,
How
it
did,
is.
how did you schedule that?
So,
You
yeah.
can fit it in your stocking.
And then all three of
these are
the
nice.
all 3 of the trivia books will be in a box set too for Christmas.
So who would like the
Nice.
trivia books? Just people who like random facts, or
people that want to put it on the back of their BIO-Bidet.
Yeah.
there you go.
It's
See?
that's
Now-
a great place for it. Or, well, basically like Uncle John's bathroom readers. Kinda
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Now the thing is too is if you look at it, the book is set up
Can you hand me one of those?
not just as question and answers. You can actually use it as a game. There's 50 games in there.
Ooh.
Nice.
6
Yeah, it
rounds
goes in
per
rounds
game,
and stuff.
3 questions per round, and you can play as teams. You guys can, have game night or
Well, we're going to use these for the show then.
well, there you go.
Yeah,
Thank
we're-
you.
And then
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole show.
if you're down on vacation in the Outer Banks and it's a rainy day and you got the kids with you, you can gather family around and play.
Read book, and then my kids will be like, "Who's this?"
Oh yeah, that's probably a bad.
I need Google.
You have to board up the windows and stay inside for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can play it. You can just read it, or you can play it as a game. And the
Nice.
instructions on how to play are in the
I see that. Okay.
forward. So
Very cool.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. Sorry, I was reading. Real.
Were
That's
ya?
that's real compelling podcast listening. The host reading.
Yes, it's very
Great.
visual.
All right. there was something I wanted to. Oh yeah, did you guys see the article today about beer going extinct? Did you hear about this?
Yes.
I saw the headline of the article you sent me.
Yeah, it was. I
was
read.
it?
I read further into it because I knew that no one else was going to read it.
How dare you? How dare
I
you
know.
assume that I wouldn't read that?
I knew you didn't. Did you read it?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, due to the climate change, which is fake, right?
It's going to go the other way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
flipping
it's
around.
Giant at the top said so.
The guy at the top said we're going the other way.
In 1 million
We
years,
just need
it'll
more
be
crystals
cold
on the
again.
Earth.
Yeah. So anyway, so in 2090, and this is my favorite part about the whole thing, right? So don't, Greg, I watch you on the internet once in a while. I'm not going to say which way you lean or whatever, but I know your comments, and I tend to agree with you 90% of the time, 99% of the time, actually. And I
Usually
also,
they're about Hugh Jackson.
yeah, they are. By the way, yeah, Greg, if you don't follow him on Facebook, his Browns on Sunday Facebook posts are some of the best I've ever read. So, like, he writes letters to Jimmy Haslam.
Are they please sell the team?
Well, I just let me put it this way. I have a very dear friend of mine that is the head athletic trainer for the Columbus Crew. I said, look for a new job.
Yeah.
Is that official? Are they buying it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it's
That's
official.
awesome. Props to him.
Well, not really props to him. He just paid for their previous owner to start a new team in Austin.
Yes, but the team was going to Austin if Jimmy Haslam didn't buy it.
Well, there was a lot of, yeah, that's what they were threatening. But then Austin never came up, as far as I knew, anyway, never came up with the money to build a stadium.
Okay.
So it was just like, we're going to Austin, and Austin's like, great, but we got no place
Yeah.
to put you.
Oh, cool.
So-
Come on in, right?
Well, they also want to increase the Cleveland Columbus.
Yeah, I think the Browns are going to
Thing.
practice in the
Yeah,
stadium
the Browns
in
will
the spring and stuff.
Yeah, they'll practice down there. I heard they're going to build a new stadium for the
Which will be
Crew.
nice that they're practicing because
Yeah, they need it.
They could use it.
Yeah.
I heard they lost.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of embarrassed to be wearing this right now.
That
That's
would be.
brown shirt for anyone who's not watching us on YouTube. So anyway, so I was reading on the climate change is destroying the hop growing areas like Brazil,
Is that right?
Ireland. Yeah, the basic outside of where they grow them, I guess. So in 100 years, they're going to go up. Basically, by the end of 100 years, it could be $24 a beer, is what people are saying.
Nice.
But
I'll be
my
dead.
Switching to moonshine.
that's my favorite comment. All these people are like, "Well, how's that my problem?" And that's what I love about this country.
Yep.
Wait,
Well,
did
you
you
know-
say 2099? I don't care.
Well, Larry, did you know that muscle vodka is made with 100% corn from Florida?
I know, and you can get that where?
At www.musclevodka.net and use my promo code MuscleADub. That's MuscleADUBB.
Well, that's
and
good
get
then.
10% off.
And that's already grown in a hot environment,
Yes,
so you're good to go.
exactly.
Awesome. All right.
Because it's going to get warm. The whole globe is going to get warm.
No,
Because that's how global
That's not true.
warming works.
no. Is that why 2 hurricanes became 1?
That's right.
Because of climate change?
Climate change.
Did they catch each other's eye?
That was good.
God damn
You know,
it,
that
sir.
kind of, you brought
even
that
see it
up, though, about the hops going extinct and so forth.
Well, not
That-
extinct, but they're going to
Well, I know
where
what
they
you
grow
mean.
them, and
Right.
then the rest of the article said they'll move to different areas around the globe wherever the heat goes. But still, it's going to be a problem.
Well, what about
Iceland
Brett
will be the-
Kavanaugh?
So we're going to get our beer
Stop.
from Iceland now,
Ooh, ice beer.
100 years from now.
Yeah.
Olsen Ice.
But I saw this commercial. Maybe you guys saw this too. This freeze-dried food container. Have you guys seen this? It says that it keeps your food fresh for up to 25 years.
What?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Now, like, I'm in my mid-50s. What the fuck do I need food that's going to outlive me for? That was my first question.
I was just saying, my mom's pot roast.
This sandwich is going to be great in 75 years.
Your grandma made this pot roast back in.
We're going to bust out great grandma's pot roast.
Hey, for me, it solves my kids' inheritance problem.
Hell yeah. What did Dad leave? A sandwich? The fuck?
Says tapioca pudding, grandma.
Yeah, but see, because my parents are baby boomers,
Yeah.
and they're totally becoming baby boomers, just like
Your parents are probably younger than me.
maybe they might be, but they're just totally like just like the way my dad is. He's just like fuck fuck you guys, like,
guys
and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, oh, what about inheritance? He goes, I'm spending everything. Like, there's nothing gonna be left. I'm like, what? He's like, why would we keep it for you? Fuck you guys. I'm like, yes, this is how it needs to be. This is how it needs to be. Screw up education. Screw it all up. Go ahead.
So this is it for you then. The basement in
You're
Medina.
looking at it, yeah.
They screwed us up, and then they're just gonna leave us screwed up.
Yes, that whole generation
So
did
terrible.
this to us. Greg,
They're the worst. It's the
What
worst
does he care? He's
generation.
eating McDonald's. He'll be dead in 2 years.
I know, yeah.
Nah,
His ass will be clean.
Yeah, with the
Thanks
Thanks
to
to the
BIO-Bidet.
BIO-Bidet.
And muscle vodka because
That
it's
shit'll clean you out. That shit will
these
clean you
cashews
out.
are clean.
Get
me
ripped
Out.
responsibly.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. You're eating cashews?
No, he's eating Kit
Yeah.
Kats.
Kit Kats. I had a salad. Don't
He had a
don't
salad,
not
so
talk
there's a lot
about
of
the
salad.
salad.
And what, a McGriddle? What was that over there?
I had a McGriddle patty. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm hungry.
You're like that kid in a class that literally just gets the noisiest wrapper and just eats it as the teacher's trying to talk.
Yeah, combos. Nothing
Yeah.
but combos in class. And he's always trying to grab the one at the very bottom of the
Combos
bag.
and Pringles. He's just
I'm just saying.
sure.
No, I'm not really.
Well,
saying
give me a break. You didn't share the Kit Kat. Thanks. Wherever that ad goes.
We're sharing it with all the listeners. So.
Yeah, after you get criticized for eating a Kit Kat, then you're like,
Chocolate's
how
in
could
trouble too, you know.
I'll be all right.
You better enjoy that. Shit's gonna get expensive.
I'm just gonna vacuum seal the ones I got now.
Oh. Did it specify what you could save?
no, not that I saw.
So is it like those things you can get? You put your clothes in and you vacuum
I
seal them
think
under your bed.
Something similar to that. Yeah. You're,
Oh, I love
you're,
that.
you're laminating your roast beef sandwich.
Space maker.
Your 30 giant sweaters just stacked it.
Oh yeah,
Carry it around in your wallet.
that's what life is like in infomercial land.
Like, damn, I don't
There's
have a
got
vacuum.
to be a better way.
What am I gonna do with all these pants? I'll just freeze dry them. I hate America. Interesting. There was So the I thought the hops conversation would go a little bit further than that, but as you're drinking your beer, but it's funny because they talk about $25 a beer. Most beers, what now $8-10 a beer, anyways.
Yeah, it depends on what it is, obviously, in the ABV, but
Yeah. So what's the point? Who cares?
You're talking price at a bar.
Yeah.
Because I'm not paying $8 a beer in a grocery store.
yeah, sometimes you do.
No, but a
Like,
beer-
if they have
Well, no,
individual
I'm buying
bottle
4
beers,
packs
so-
for $35, but I have one and I'm on the floor. So
Yeah, you're lightweight.
thank you, Thirsty Dog Wolver.
on the floor dancing.
To come on,
Thank you.
Irene.
Come on, Irene. Oh my God. Well, it is Halloween, and I did see an article today.
It's October.
It's Halloween.
It's not Halloween.
It's not Halloween.
You guys are so literal.
Is this one of those podcasts that won't actually make it to the air?
No, this will.
No, this
This
is-
will.
Yeah, this is actually a good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is what I would call a decent one.
Okay.
Why don't you ask another question while I look up this story? Because I wanted to read something
Ooh,
else.
okay.
What's your favorite category, Greg, for trivia? Because you host your own shows, right?
Yeah, we have a few games that go on.
So you guys, but you write your own questions and everything.
Yeah, I
and-
write my own questions.
And it's
yeah.
theme per show, or
No, not sometimes there are, but not necessarily. So I just, I kind of do it like Jeopardy, where you get a category, but the category could be having nothing to do with the question.
do you ever like to just do categories that you know no one's going to know, just to
Yeah.
kind of have
Oh,
fun?
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. On
All right.
purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
love
some
when
of
they
the-
bitch at me.
It means you're doing your job.
Do you have any off the top of your head, like something that just a really hard one, no one's gonna get?
Yeah. I got a few that I pull out when they piss me off.
Yeah. Can we hear one?
That's my favorite. I have a round
You
of
want
death.
one? You want? Yeah.
I have a round of death
there's-
myself.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll give you three that I really, really like.
Okay.
And you
choice, right?
you may no, but you may not because they're older. You may not get them.
Okay.
But the one I just
We're not that young.
one I just discovered last week, which is in volume 3, by the way, coming out tomorrow on Amazon.com.
Yeah, we'll have all the links. We'll put all the
Who
links in
played-
there.
3 days ago. By the
Who's
time
the
show goes
only
out.
Who's the only person to have played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, the New York Rangers, and the New York Knicks in the same season?
Brian might actually know
The
this. He's
Knicks?
kind of a stat head.
Bo
So he
Jackson.
played basketball too.
The Brooklyn Dodgers baseball, New York Rangers hockey, New York Knicks basketball, same season. He was the only person to play for all three.
Didn't Kirby Puckett play?
No.
Kirby
He
Puckett was with
he
the
in-
Twins.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know
in
anybody
Minnesota.
He
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was in
He did
Minnesota.
play-
That's close
He
to,
did play hockey.
to hockey.
He played hockey.
No, his last name's Puckett. No, he doesn't play with a puck.
Is he still dead?
no. When I
believe
was
so.
in
Is he still dead?
his picture
there with Babe
is
Ruth.
in where Richard Pryor's from. I'll think about it later. Give me a second.
Illinois.
Manute Bowl.
Yeah, but the city.
That's a good guess.
No, didn't he play hockey?
Peoria.
No.
He
Peoria.
played like a
His
he played like a
picture's in
celebrity
there.
game or something. Fell over. All
Celebrity
over the place.
boxing, actually, I believe he did.
No, he did hockey.
Brooklyn Dodgers
remember
were
seeing
way
one.
gone from Brooklyn before Manu Bol was born.
Yeah,
Nope, this all Brian. Brian, we're leaning on you.
yeah. I got nothing.
No, you got this one.
No, I have nothing.
We believe
I have
in
no
you,
idea
Brian.
who it is. I don't know.
I
anything
hear
about
Brooklyn.
sports.
I hear Brooklyn Dodgers. I immediately go to Jackie Robinson, and that's pretty much where my brain ends.
Yeah, but that's hockey.
This is why I love this question, because that's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
But the only person to have played for all three in the same season, the organist Gladys Gooding.
Oh,
That is definitely a.
That is a dick trick
Trivia
Yes,
question.
it is.
That is a lovely question, Greg. Thank you.
Yep.
She just in there like,
Amazing.
Gladys, we need you.
Gladys, you're coming up from the minors.
like what's one of mine?
Here, I'll give you one of my. I'll give you one of
Damn
my other
organist.
favorites.
All right.
Okay.
This is a spelling question.
Okie
no.
dokie.
Spell for me the capital of New Mexico.
ORGANIS.
NM.
No, the capital, not the abbreviation.
Those were the capital letters.
That's my joke.
God.
I can name a capital of any state. Ask me a state.
I just did.
Arkansas.
The
A.
capital. Spell the capital of New Mexico.
You
I
are
don't even
asking a
remember
lot.
Is it Albuquerque?
I think it's Albuquerque.
SANTA space FE.
Nice job.
Oh, Santa
Santa
Fe.
Fe.
Most people, because I say it's a spelling question, assume it's Albuquerque.
Oh,
But yes,
nice.
Thank
Greg.
you, fifth grade.
are you smarter
Capital
than a
City
fifth
rap?
grader?
I thought it was FAY.
No.
Santa
That's,
Fe.
That's the joke. Never mind.
Oh, like anti-Fe.
I don't get it.
She did.
He's done eating. Now it's time for him to
Yeah,
contribute.
now he
to the
wants to
podcast.
talk.
Yeah, why not?
Now he wants to talk. No, did you have a death question? Because you
Any
do
other time
trivia as
they don't
well.
want me to talk.
Actually, yeah. Let me.
You don't write trivia though,
Let me pull it up real quick.
so you're not exactly.
Well, I'm unprepared. I don't have my death questions with me.
Well, Greg has them memorized.
I'm sorry. I've never had to ask it.
What kind of trivia show do you run?
Maybe you should. And Team Wolf could take a fucking break.
They just won for the first time in like 6 weeks.
I
Oh,
don't
that's interesting.
Did y'all?
What is the earliest peace treaty that is still extant?
Extant
Yes, still in
Existence.
existence.
Yes,
I don't know.
still.
First of all,
stands.
let me correct the grammar.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do your
The
thing,
longest
Greg. Do
peace
your thing.
treaty in existence.
Yes,
I want to see this trivia fight.
it's happening. Did you hear that? Greg just threw
Treaty
down.
of Versailles.
You're wrong.
It's actually the first treaty ever, the Treaty of Kadesh.
Okay.
It's still. It's weird though, because
And
like
that's
50.
between who and who?
The Egyptians and a group that was wiped out by somebody else 50 years later, the Hittites, who were referenced in the Bible.
So how can it still be in effect?
I know,
Or,
but they
or
still
in your
count
words,
it as
inexact.
extant.
Did they pay somebody else to wipe them out?
Extant.
No. It was another group of people that wrote them out, and they still say, "Well, it's still in existence technically." And it's like, is it? One group doesn't exist anymore.
I don't think it is.
But
I think
they
Greg's
count it
right.
as.
I think Greg's right.
No, I don't think I am.
I think Brian's wrong.
Let's see.
Is this what you guys do when you get together? Trivia guys? You just, no. Well, hold on. I have a
You're
question
wrong.
for you.
You're wrong.
Let's see. What was
No,
the
you're wrong.
Norse mythology? Who was the giant
I
that
have no
sat on
idea.
his? Oh, okay.
Who sat on his
He
bidet?
Sat on his balls.
No, he was sitting on a grave mound, playing his harp. I think, helping to usher in Ragnarok.
I think that was the world's first BIO-Bidet, wasn't
Is,
it?
is
Yeah,
that
I think
is
so.
that
That's Led
Surtur?
Zeppelin, isn't it?
No, you'll never get it.
Serta.
It is very, very deep. It's a character you've never heard of. I actually used it as a halftime
I
question.
actually
on
heard pretty
championship.
Norse, a lot of Norse gods.
Yep, Egther.
Decolen.
What's his name?
Egther.
Egther? AEGTHER?
EGGTHER.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
I don't
Not
know. There's a
Aether.
Oh,
bunch
I've
of
heard of
clue.
the other one. Yeah, sorry.
Not a clue.
Nice.
Yes, it was. I used that as a hat, and actually a guy that has like a minor in mythology who's very, very good at mythology questions. I wrote it specifically for him because I knew it would just piss him off. He
Well,
won't. He won't
What do
listen
you
to this
do
show.
with
so
a
I'm not worried
minor in
about
mythology?
I have no idea what he does, but
Just
he's
make
like,
shit
"Oh,
up."
I'm a big mythology buff. I got a
Go
minor
from
in
bar to
mythology."
bar
I'm
and
like,
play trivia
that's
and
about
hope
it,
there's a
yeah.
mythology question.
You write
And
books
then-
about the Outer Banks, Greg.
and then
That's
hope,
what you do.
then hope it's not Egther because you've never heard of him. Like I wrote the question word for word because I knew they were going to complain if it wasn't word for word.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Absolutely. Well, the thing that I want to talk about real quick, I just want to bring it up because this is kind of weird. That
About the beer.
no, not the beer. I saw this on a rep, not a non-fake news website, but
It's not a non-fake
So many
news.
negatives in that statement.
non-fake news website.
And
Archaeologists find a vampire burial site of a child feared capable of rising from the dead. They found a bunch of these
I just
Yeah,
got done
that's kind
watching.
of. They used to.
in Italy.
Yeah, they used to have. What would they do?
Like a witch
They
hunt?
shove the
What it
rocks in
is,
their
it's
mouth.
In like, yeah, they do rocks, and the wooden stake through the heart comes from like nothing true, obviously, but the things that people believed, and like the night someone was buried, they would go and open their grave and put a stake through their heart.
Really?
Yes.
That's creepy.
that's weird. I thought that came from Vlad.
Oh,
The
you
Vlad
know.
was the
Those
pull up your
Europeans.
ass and out your mouth and stick you in the driveway.
Yes.
Dracula had a driveway?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a trivia question you should
Vlad-
ask, Greg.
Vlad the
It was
Impaler?
actually 3/4 mile.
Was
long
it gravel?
driveway. No, it was actually blacktop.
That's a. Oh, I was gonna say if he went cement, that's very expensive. Jesus, vampire had some cash.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird because they
All
would,
the people he
lived in
murdered,
a
he
castle.
just kept their money.
Hello.
Oh, he did live in a castle, didn't he? God, this show.
There was a moat, for God's sakes.
I literally just told you they found kids buried in the ground with rocks in their mouth, and you're making jokes about concrete. I'm very proud of
No,
you,
I'm
Brian.
saying, like,
I
that's
said
not-
asphalt,
there's-
asshole. Or
Like
I know you
they're,
did.
I forget what
I
fucking
think those are
show it
great.
was. One of the travel shows, actually.
It's
They
weird.
ended up in some
It's in the Lugano
Eastern European
Italian town
area.
of Lugnano in Taverna. I'm from Ohio, obviously. You can't tell. I need vowels to sort of sound everything out.
But yeah, they still wanted to go dig up some kids or something and
Yeah.
put stakes in their hearts. And
They put the stone in the child's mouth to stop them from coming back.
That's weird.
That's creepy.
Well, then again, I mean, even back then, where all the stories come from is like the actual serial killers now, like psychopaths that cut up bodies and stuff like that. They believed that a human being couldn't do that, so that's where the stories generally spawned from.
How did we get this far? If this is how we used to act. I mean, we act better now, right?
Do we?
No.
Don't we?
Do we?
That's a trivia question, Greg. You can use that in your next book.
Philosophy question.
Yeah, it's a philosophy question. Oh, well, that's two questions I brought up that went nowhere, so that's great.
You're welcome.
I tried.
No, you
'cause
didn't.
As soon as I brought it up, Burns like, no.
you blew it.
All right.
You blew it.
So what y'all do this weekend?
What did you do, Aaron? That's what you want us to ask.
I was trying to ask y'all the first.
I love the
seen
dead man's curve changing subjects.
Huh?
I mean, it
I love
was.
the
Yeah,
complete
exactly.
90 degrees.
Well,
Right.
no more dead kids in graves with rocks in their mouth. What'd you do this weekend?
It's about one more European. Never mind. Anyway,
Well, you went to a comedy fest, didn't you? Or
I
a,
did.
a
I was,
Nyan-
Oh, yeah, and you
y'all
went to
a board game
anime
place,
con.
right?
Yeah, we went to a board game bar.
Was that fun?
It was fun.
Yep.
Is it,
How about you, Greg? What'd
was
you
it
do this
the-
weekend?
Is it in the West Side?
West 25th.
West
yeah.
25th, yeah.
Yeah, I know where you were at.
How about you, Greg? What'd you do this weekend? Now that this is what we've devolved into.
Let's see. Saturday, I drove to Columbus,
Nice.
watched the
Nice.
Bucks game with my daughter.
Oh, that had to be fun.
Yeah, that was great. And came back up Sunday and did absolutely nothing. It was
Watch the
my
Browns.
First,
Aren't those the best?
yeah, absolutely nothing. Like I said, like,
Exactly.
Aren't those the best days?
oh man, they're so few and far between.
I know.
Maybe for you.
Absolutely so
That's
fun.
every Sunday for me.
Oh.
It's every Saturday, too. My house is a mess.
I love when successful people come on the show.
Yes.
And they're like, what'd you do this weekend? We're like, oh, well, I didn't do anything. They're like, oh, God, I wish I could not do anything. Like, what'd you do, Larry? Nothing for 36 years.
I mean, y'all went to the bar. Did they have beer
You've
there?
made me
They
sad.
did. They did.
Yeah, I seen it. It's by the West Side Market. It's like right across
It's on
the
West
street.
25th, yeah. It's called Tabletop Cafe.
Yeah, I seen it.
Played some board games.
That's over where I went to high school.
Where'd you go, Ignatius?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice.
Do you guys sanitize there?
I test the fire alarms there.
Do you?
Just touch them.
Yeah, you just touch them. That's what white people do.
You know, it was like that at that convention because there was like a whole room for video games and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So there was all kind of stuff set up with like Super Nintendo. Like put that picture up of Jesus
Playing
playing
Nintendo.
Mario. Yeah, I just walked down and seen that. But yeah, Yeah, everybody had their hands on it, so I just kept sanitizing everything.
You have to, otherwise you get the pox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It's
But
pretty
it was
bad.
fun. It was real fun.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Played some
Cons are
Sega
fun.
games.
There. So what's next on the horizon for
Well,
Greg?
yeah.
Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
An hour drive home, provided I can't get out of the basement.
You gave us books. You'll be fine. The trick is we don't know how to read.
Yeah.
one of us does.
Well, our one magazine, the deadline is Thursday, so it's going to be a lot of that the next couple of days. And then Warren Comedy Club on Saturday.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Warren Comedy Club? Because I saw it. Now, I haven't been in comedy that long.
Yeah.
In this area at least, or in general. But
Were you ever?
no, that's what I meant.
No.
I corrected myself in the middle of my sentence. So the Warren Comedy Club was around, and then it closed, and then you guys reopened. 'Cause
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
I saw a video of you on Facebook. You were spinning the sign outside.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, Eric Thompson, my partner, had the club for a number of years, and then it's a lot to do on your own, and he had a couple of health issues, I think.
Okay.
So it went dark for a couple, 3 years, and then he contacted me and he said, "Hey, you want to partner up on maybe finding a room and doing this again?" And I said, "Absolutely, let's do it."
Cool.
And so we opened it last year in Warren, one location, and now this year we have the Warren Comedy Club in Warren, and we have the Warren Comedy Club in Boardman. So we have two locations.
Oh, nice.
Really?
So yeah,
Oh wow. So it's getting bigger then.
yeah. It's not growing as quickly as we had hoped and would like, but so far we can't complain.
Do you feel there's too many comedy clubs right now, or is it just not enough?
No, I don't think there's too many. We're only once a month at each location. We're not
Yeah.
every week. The problem is just marketing, but that's the problem with anything.
Yeah.
It's a problem with books. It's a problem with trivia games. It's just
Podcast.
podcasting. Yeah, it's the marketing.
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
so it's
how much
getting-
you put in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you do a lot of work, you do a lot of advertising, and you hope you have $10 at the end of the night when it's done. So.
Do you find in that area in Warren like it's hard to attract people out there, or do you feel that it's kind of get a lot of the same people every month, or what? What is
Yeah,
it?
we sell season tickets.
Okay. Also like a
we-
theater
we-
type thing then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Warren's from Eric is from Warren, and grew up there, lived his whole life there, so he knows everybody that's ever passed through the town. So,
Okay. Yeah. So
a
it's easy
lot
for
of-
him to sell it. Stuff.
yeah, so it's easy for us there. Boardman, it's the place that we do the Warren show. The guy's brother owns a place in Boardman. Saw how successful we were, and wanted to bring that business to
Okay.
Boardman.
All right. Nice.
So we're there too, and we've done 2 shows in Boardman now. They're about, I would say, 60 to 75 people at each show.
That's not a bad
Nice.
So
turnout.
that's not bad. It's not bad, but we were really shooting for about 100 is what
100 a
we
show,
really
yeah.
wanted. Yeah.
Do you
tough, though.
since you do just once a month, do you kind of stagger them like you do the Warren one first Saturday of the month?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
2 weeks later,
Boardman's the
Boardman?
first Saturday, and Warren's the third. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. People get burned out real quick with that stuff too.
Yeah. Plus, the other thing too is what we kind of found out is if you do it every week, you have people that say, "I don't feel like going out tonight,"
Yeah.
so they don't go.
Yeah.
Right. But if you do it once a month at each location, it's like, well, I don't feel like going, but if we don't go,
What else?
it's
we
like
can
an
do?
event. It's an event.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
If we miss it, now we got to wait a whole another month. So
Yeah.
It's kind of way
that was kind of our thinking when we did this.
It's kind of how the corkscrew works. Same way. Because
Okay.
there's nothing else out. There's no comedy clubs out here.
Yeah.
I mean, the
What
nearest
about
one
yeah.
is.
You're in the middle between the Cleveland ones and the Akron ones, basically.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
which way do you want to go see a comedy club, or
Yeah.
they have one Saturday a month they have it up here at the Corkscrew.
Yeah, I want to go to the Corkscrew. I haven't been there yet, but it's just been so hard for me to get a Saturday that I can make it out.
It's
there.
an hour away too.
Well, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
this Saturday.
hell, I'm driving to the Outer Banks 10.5 hours
yeah, no.
all the
When
time.
I asked you, because I felt bad, I was like, "You're driving an hour." You're like, "I drive the Outer Banks all the time." I'm like, never mind. You're fine.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a show this Saturday if you want to come out. It should be
Well,
a good
this
one.
Saturday I'm in Warren. So,
Oh, great.
yeah.
Oh, it's some other club.
That's the way to go, Larry.
And you don't hang out my
Who's on
barn.
the show? Who's on the show this Saturday?
Sal DeMilo and Kathy Dice.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's going to be a good show.
Sal's going to be out at Warren in 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah.
I watched a couple of his. He friended me on Facebook. I feel like a big deal.
Yeah.
All these comedians friend me. I feel like a big deal. But yeah, Kathy's
Sal's good.
Kathy's doing it too. Yeah,
Kathy's
he's
a good friend of mine. Kathy's
Oh, yeah.
good too.
Okay. Yeah, she does a lot of Ohio shows.
Yeah, she's from the area. She's from
Yeah, she's from Cleveland, I think.
Brunswick, maybe.
Yeah, she's from around. Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew because she added me, and I know that she had a lot of same people
Yeah.
that knew it. But
Yeah,
yeah, so they're performing. She's the feature, and he's the headliner. So
yeah, cool.
should be a good time. I
Yeah.
don't know who's opening, but
Yeah, no, that's a good show. That's a good
yeah,
show.
me.
Oh, you're opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
host.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, that's my gig.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
I just invited you on the air.
No, as a working comedian.
Oh, I can't do that. I don't book the show. I will put that on the air now for any comedians listening. I do not book the show. I keep getting emails about I do not book the show.
Yeah, no, I've seen the emails.
Steve
it'll be,
books
"Yo,
the show."
Yo, how do I get on this show?
Oh, and he's on my show next
He's
week.
on your show, so I would pull some strings there. Get him on there. Yeah, because he's the one who books it.
Want to get paid?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, this is interesting. What a conundrum. Yeah, so, all right, cool. Yeah, the Warren comedy, I got to get out there. The problem is I can't, years before I started doing comedy, I could get my girlfriend and I to go to comedy shows. Now that I'm doing it, she's like,
Oh, dude.
fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
I know,
Tell
I'm
me
sure your
about
wife is like, oh, great, another
No,
one. Awesome.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
it. She's done.
I know.
She's done.
Well, when we were in the Outer Banks, they had all those, they had the comedy club down there, and then it was a bunch of open
yeah,
mics.
I'm there all the time. at the
I know,
comedy
and
club.
I was,
Yeah.
and all these people in the Ubers and the lifts we were getting rides around.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're looking for stuff to do, and they're like, oh, go to the comedy club, and she's like, no, and I'm like, okay, we don't have to go to the comedy club.
They,
I hear
I'll
enough.
tell you, they do great shows down
Yeah,
there.
it did look like while we were down there, I believe I don't remember who your friend was down there. Bill was down there.
Oh, Bill Baranke was
Bill
there.
Baranke
That's
was
right.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he's up here a lot too, so I figured I could
Mm-hmm.
catch him up here. And I wasn't allowed to go because I was.
And he'll be at Warren.
Yeah, he goes to Warren quite a bit, doesn't he?
He'll be there in December.
Yeah, because you guys have a normal. Who's the normal lineup you guys have? Because you normally not
we
a
don't
normal.
really have a normal one. We don't repeat anybody.
Okay, because last year I
So-
saw maybe it was because both clubs. Maybe that's why the boardman. I liked them
Yeah.
both. So okay, maybe that's it.
Maybe.
It might have been. I don't know. Well,
Oh,
Aaron,
now
you
y'all
still
wanna-
here?
Yeah, I'm
Check in
still
every
here.
half hour.
Hey, do you want me to talk about
He doesn't know
me
how
or not?
cameras work either.
Do you want me to talk about me or not? What do you want?
Yeah, talk about you. What do you want to talk about, Aaron?
Well, you know.
We got a few
Here we
minutes.
go.
Well, you know.
I want to be as cool as Aaron someday.
Completely
It's-
out.
Right?
it's-
That's what I wanna
do. You don't.
it's-
All you gotta do is ignore everybody and eat on the microphone the whole show.
And turn your back to the camera. I'd spend all this time setting this up, and you don't even look at it.
I mean, you can't give them all your face the whole time.
Yeah.
Gosh, Larry.
Not
don't
watching.
you-
Did you ever notice where these lights are pointed? There's a seat that they're all pointed
It's
at.
okay.
It's right here.
I got a pancake printed out this weekend.
I did. What was printed on that pancake?
The pancake.
Okay, can you explain this to me? Because I saw the video. I was expecting a logo to be printed on the
Nope.
pancake.
I pressed the button, and I put my plate where they told me to put my plate, and in about a minute, 2 pancakes spit out of there.
But
onto
that's
the
not
plate.
printing.
Why is it not?
Yeah, you had a
Was it a 3D printed
pancake.
What do you want to
pancake?
call it? You want to call
Disposer?
it pancake press?
A vending machine?
Pancake roller?
No, it looked like it came out of like it looked like it came out of a.
I don't know
desk
how they
When he
explain
printer.
said printing, I thought it was one of those ones where like there's a design or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
the-
Like they do on like
It just
birthday
rolled out of
cakes.
the
Look, I pressed the button
and it rolled out of a pancake.
Where was this
oven.
pancake printer at?
at a hotel.
At a hotel.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing. Like if you go to a
What would you
hotel
call it?
Aaron
and they
had
got
his
the waffle
first
makers
continental
there, and you open the
breakfast,
thing,
everyone.
pour it on the waffle.
Look.
and there's you got a nice
I've
waffle.
had
Aaron's like, I walked in, there was white people everywhere, and they were giving away free fucking food. They told me shit was printed, so I just took it.
I grabbed the muffin and I looked for the register, and there was no register.
They just said, "Sir, are you staying here?" And he said, "Yeah," and they gave it to me.
Okay, I've had continental breakfasts.
Is that what
before.
you're doing? Were you video?
But usually, like you turn the fucking crank to the cereal, and all your raisin bran gets broken up into dust.
That's Whole Foods. That's not a
No, none of your Fruit
Those
Loops
are the
are an
gummy
actual
bears.
circle anymore.
What hotel was this?
The Quality Inn.
Quality Inn.
Express.
I'm not sure.
I am.
It's
I
in
am.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
I am not an
Erie,
expert on. I'm an expert on printing. I'm not an expert on printing pancakes, but I'm almost positive the Quality Inn does not have a machine that prints pancakes.
Look,
But maybe I'm
I'll
wrong.
share
Maybe
the
in
video.
maybe in Trivia Night Volume 3,
I'll share
there'll be a
the-
question about
I'll
where you
share-
get your pancakes
four.
printed.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I'll share
4.
the video to Drinks with Larry on. I'll put
I
it
did
on the
see it. I
I'll
saw
put
it.
I'll put it on the Facebook page, but I need you guys to give me an adjective or a verb.
It
or
looked like
something that
it looked like a
describes
pancake dispenser almost.
A dispenser.
Did you have to dump batter in the top or anything?
It already has a bag of
Yeah.
batter at the top.
That's. It looked like it just came out cooked.
All I had to do was
baked.
press a button.
Yeah, so it
and
didn't
wait for
that's
1
not
minute.
printing. That's just
Yeah.
heating up.
I don't know about
pancake
you,
batter.
but when
That's copying. That's like a copy machine. That's not printing.
That's what
I'm
it was.
that's
thinking
not
of facts.
copying.
Yeah.
I'm
Zero.
thinking he faxed a pancake.
You know what? This goes to the facts. But when I go to the
Greg, get off the phone. I'm trying to send a fax.
when I'm at work, I press a button and I print out sheets.
Yeah, no, I
And I press the
Okay.
button and I printed out pancakes.
got what you're saying because it did look like a printer. It does look like it looks like a smaller copier.
I don't know what to call it.
It looks like a smaller. It basically was a machine. It had rollers in it, and you
pancake
hit the
maker.
button, and
Yeah,
it would heat
pancake
up, and then it
machine.
would make the batter and make the
I'm
pancake.
gonna call
out.
my butt a poop printer from now on.
I'm gonna call my toilet paper the BIO-Bidet.
You know what just occurred to me?
Go on, Greg.
I drove an hour to do this.
I'm sorry. I know.
Welcome.
You were begging to come on here.
Should have did more research.
Obviously, you didn't listen to any.
Well, I
other
figure for
episodes.
every 2 times Brett's on, I can make it on once.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
true.
Brett comes on, yeah. But I don't think Brett has anything else to do. You're busy. I feel bad for you. Brett's not doing shit.
Yeah. Brett will just call it.
Brett's
Brett will
at the
just
Red
get a hold of
Fox.
us in the middle of the week. Be like, "Hey, you guys recording tonight?"
I'd like to be on your podcast.
You were actually pretty close to it. Do that again.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty sounds. Yeah.
You guys recording tonight?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
And
I
he's
met
the
this
thing
old
is too.
woman
He's such a
at the
nice
bar.
guy.
He's a great guy. I love
Next
Brett.
to the comedy
He always
show.
please and thank you. Mine's is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
he's
like,
a
hey,
great guy.
Brett, thanks for coming on. He's like, thank you.
But save that question for when Brett's back next time.
He'll like that. Was it printed or not? My God.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I was at the Red Fox and talking up this older lady and
He was there again on Saturday.
I like mine
I know.
with butter.
Did you see his Facebook post?
yeah, people were
Oh,
yelling
yeah.
at him
Like
to
we're
leave.
not giving Brett enough airtime.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's a good kid.
He's wearing a jean jacket, and so is the girl that he was going to talk to. But hers had holes in it, so she was edgy.
He didn't want to approach her because she was edgy.
And then
Poor Brett.
I love
then
Brett.
he said he was showing off some skin and he was holding a potato skin.
God, he's such an asshole.
I saw that.
Well, Brett Thomas will be at the Warren Comedy Club.
That's right.
Absolutely, go
November
if you're
3rd.
if you're in the area, get out there and see them.
Yeah.
for sure.
And then the upcoming show at Toast Room is the Halloween show.
Right. Next
Okay.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Next
Perfect.
Wednesday at Totes Place in Mentor, I believe.
In Mentor. Yeah.
Nice.
That show actually books up quick.
It can. Yeah.
This one, I know the Halloween does because
Yeah.
I was going to try and get on this one, and I haven't been
There's
out there.
room.
Oh, is there?
There's another spot if you want it.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday the 24th.
Yeah. Do I have something going on? Are you my calendar?
No, just what we say next Wednesday while we're recording. But
Yeah, it's the
show doesn't come
24th,
out,
yeah.
So
Yeah, the
I
24th.
like to give dates.
Oh, that's a good point. You're always thinking.
Good
Because of
point.
the future.
That's
It's
the
the future.
Miller Lite in him.
Yeah.
I'm
It's-
like a shark.
Yeah.
I stop thinking I
Just,
swim.
just keep moving, yeah. All right. Okay, so we got that. In your books, where can they find them?
All of them are in the Outer Banks, but you guys don't live there, so that doesn't
No.
really.
But
Do
if
you
you
any
live in the Outer
good.
Banks,
If someone listening lives in the Outer Banks,
Right.
they
Or
can
if
get
you'd
them there.
like to vacation in an amazing
Right.
white people vacation spot.
But all of them, Amazon.com.
Okay.
Just search my name.
All right, and I'll put all the
and,
links and everything in the
yeah.
description.
I was
Appreciate
looking at reviews of Hurricane Izzy on Amazon, and you got, I think it was like 9 out of 10 were 5 stars,
Yeah.
and there was only one review that was 4 stars.
That bitch.
Who gave
and then
that?
the guy,
I know who it was, too.
Whoever wrote it was like said the same as all the 5 stars. This is a great book. I
Yeah.
love it. I love the characters. I feel like I'm there. It's amazing.
Just click the wrong
And
button.
I'm like, why the fuck did you give 4 stars?
I don't know
Just
who it is.
one of them. It got to be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, the other book, the Home Sweet Outer Banks home book, I've got, I think, 21 reviews on that, and I think
Nice.
all 21 are 5 stars.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Except that one bastard might have given it a 4-star. I'm not sure.
What, are these my new glasses?
yes,
Oh, I can't put 'em on. Thank you.
when you're dealing with Aaron.
Doesn't work.
Great.
But they're the deal with the
It's
glasses.
a visual show now. All right. All right. Well, I'll put all the links to all your books in here.
Appreciate it.
So we can get them all.
Now, I won't say they're on the New York Times bestseller list,
Why not?
Yeah, why won't you?
but I will say they're on Amazon's top 168,932 bestseller list.
Congratulations.
First,
I
you
appreciate
heard
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Hell
Congratulations. Wow. That's
We
more
had
than our
au-
podcast.
We've had an author.
Yes, he is an author.
I'm just saying, like, we've had wrestlers, we've had weathermen. Now we got authors.
Who's the weatherman?
Frankie.
Frankie the Weatherman?
Frankie McDonald.
Yeah, you gotta check out Frankie,
yeah.
man.
Shout out
Frankie's
to
Listen to
Frankie
that.
for
Yeah.
giving us a shout out.
Yes, we
by
love
the
you,
way.
Frankie.
Yes.
Good
We do
looking
love
out,
you,
brother.
Frankie.
Frankie is a weatherman out of Nova Scotia.
Frankie has an
Hey.
action figure. Which
Yeah, that's
is right
Frankie's
there.
action figure.
No, no kidding.
He comes on the show quite a bit. And he actually, I saw on Twitter today that Frankie was on another show, and the guy just asked him a question, and all of a sudden Frankie started talking about our show. So
Oh,
it was
no
perfect.
kidding.
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he will not let us
He
eat
loves us.
dinner at his house or
Yeah,
He
we're
said-
not allowed to go to
says,
his house.
No, anytime we're up there, he said we could have dinner
At the hotel.
at the food court down down the street.
I understand he prints pancakes at his house.
On that note. Well, if you're going to review our show, try to give us at least 5 stars. We would appreciate it.
Yep.
The algorithms are killer these days. So as Greg
For sure.
found out
5
when he got the
stars,
1
just
4-star.
do it.
Right.
But yeah, so subscribe to us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, all that fun stuff. We'll
Check
be
out
moving.
drinkswithlarry.com. Follow us on Twitter
Trying to put
at
subliminal
comedy on
messages.
at comedy
ADAT comedy.
at comedy
5 stars.
on Twitter
Give us 5 stars.
at what's your Twitter handle?
Drinks with Larry. That's what I use.
Okay, Drinks with Larry. At Avery Halloween. Greg, you got a Twitter handle?
I do.
5 stars.
I don't know what it is.
Nice.
I think it's at Greg Smrdel.
Just look up
Nice.
Greg on Twitter. You'll find him.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Links below.
Links below. We'll have everything on there. And then check out drinkslarry.com/sponsors for BIO-Bidet. And then we'll be having more details on our network coming up. So thank you again for
Cool.
coming on, Greg.
Hey,
Yes,
thanks,
Greg.
guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Sorry you drove an hour for this.
That's enjoyed it. I
What
actually
you
enjoyed
signed
it.
up for.
That's what
Yeah.
he says. All right. Well, thank you, sir.